Welcome back, everybody, to the Arizona Diamondbacks franchise here on MLB The Show 19. As today, our Diamondbacks are fighting for their playoff lives. What an NLDS it has been so far. 3 down-of-the-wire games. All 3 have gone into extra innings. The first game in 16 frames. The second one lasted 12, and Game 3 lasted 10. But our Diamondbacks somehow are still alive. I don't know how we won that last game. Mike Moustakas and David Peralta coming in clutch at the end, and our hopes are still alive. So today we got Game 4 of the NLDS, and this series has been all about the pitching, and to be more specific, the dominance of the starters. Our 3 starters, Robbie Ray, Joe Musgrove, and Taijuan Walker, have been great, but so have Jacob deGrom, Noah Syndergaard, and Garrett Richards. And Syndergaard's ERA is 2.7, but that is also mixed with the wild card game, and his ERA in the wild card game was like 4. So, yeah, both team starters have been incredible. But if you look at the bullpen, it's been inconsistent at best for both squads. Frankie Montas choked Game 2. Lucius Summers choked Game 1 for the Diamondbacks. And the bats have not been much better. The on-base percentage so far for Arizona is under 200. Yes, less than 1/5 of the time our batters reach base, which is atrocious. That cannot happen. That is absolutely unacceptable, and no one's really hitting the ball well, I guess, except for Wellington Castillo and maybe Mookie Betts. But other than that, the bats have been disappointing, and this was the most deadly lineup in baseball throughout the regular season. So I don't really know what's happened these first 3 games, why this offense has been so bad. As we head to a do-or-die Game 4, the Diamondbacks survived in Game 3, and they're going to have to do so again here at Citi Field. Can the Mets close out the series and advance to the NLCS, where they will face off against either the Washington Nationals or the Cincinnati Reds? Diamondbacks going with their usual lineup in this game, regular starters, as on the mound in this game for the Mets would be none other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Andrew Triggs. In 32 starts during the regular season, Triggs finished with a 12-13 record and a 4.4 ERA. Nothing to get excited over, but I guess he could have played worse. 156 strikeouts isn't too shabby. So let's start off in the first inning. The leadoff hitter, Nick Williams, and he's chopping gap, as that'll be a nice single for Williams, who started last game off with a leadoff hit as well. Let's see if he's able to take advantage of that one by scoring a run. As here's Mike Moustakas, a couple batters later, the hero of Game 3. When the Diamondbacks' season was down to their final strike, he went yard last game, and now in his next at-bat, he goes deep as well. His second home run of the postseason, Diamondbacks up 2-0, as it'll be Touki Toussaint on the mound for the D-backs. 10-8, 3.92 ERA, 214 strikeouts. Toussaint had a very quiet but dominant season. Let's start in the first inning. First batter of the game, Jeff McNeil up, as Mookie Betts with a great play at second to get the out. And here's a look at the playoff bracket. The Indians have already advanced. Somehow the Red Sox, who won 118 games this season, are having some trouble with their rival Yankees. Nationals and Reds will go to a Game 5. And obviously this series, the Mets lead 2-1. Let's go to the second inning. Here's David Peralta with an absolute bomb into right field. Peralta was the other hero of Game 3, going yard in the 10th, giving Arizona the lead. And that will be Peralta's second home run of the postseason. I don't know why it says 1 there, because he went yard last game. So, Game 3's heroes start Game 4 with a bang. Arizona up 3-0. There's Wellington Castillo going down on the low slider. Nice pitch from Triggs. And then Nick Williams also strikes out. So, slow start for Andrew Triggs, but he's picked it up as the second inning has gone along. Let's go bottom 2. There's Michael Conforto going down to the off-speed pitch from Toussaint. And then in the third, Arizona continues to whack the ball. There's Mookie Betts now. That one almost goes over the fence, but still, a nice no-out double for Arizona could get them a run across. Will Mookie Betts be driven home? Here's Mike Moustakas. That'll be a single into center. Betts is going to risk it for the biscuit, and he would be gunned down. Nice throw from the center fielder to get Betts out at home plate. Diamondbacks should have let him stay at third, as Ozuna will end up striking out. And then let's go to the bottom of the third inning. Ryan McMahon up. A nice play at left field to keep the perfect game going for Touki Toussaint. Then Keon Broxton up. There's Moustakas. Nice play at the hot corner to get the second out of the inning. Diamondbacks defense playing well. As now on to the fourth inning. David Peralta has done it again. His second home run of the game. Third straight at bat. He goes yard. Diamondbacks up 4-0. A beautiful shot from Peralta, the veteran. And Arizona with a comfortable lead. And then here's Touki Toussaint over the head of his shortstop, single into left, and even he gets a base hit. So Toussaint is on first with 2 outs. Will Nick Williams be able to drive them in? And the answer is no. Outside slider gets him. Questionable call by the refs, or the umpire, sorry, to call that one a strike, but okay, I guess. Let's go to the fourth inning, bottom of the fourth, I should say. Jeff McNeil up. He gets a single, first base runner of the day for the Mets as the Diamondbacks rotation continues to flourish. And then the following batter, that one is a beauty into center, but it will be tracked down at the wall by Marcell Ozuna. So the Diamondbacks are lucky. That one could have scored a run. And then after that, they're almost going to turn the double play. Simeon tries to go for the bare hand. Everybody's safe. That'll be ruled as a base hit for Carlos Correa rather than an error, which is weird. But it won't matter as Michael Conforto grounds into a 4-6-3 double play. The Diamondbacks infield is more chemistry than a science project. Shutout still alive. Let's go to the fifth. Here's Mookie Betts. He already has one base knock today. Make it 2. Back into the left center field gap. Betts with his second double of the campaign. As that would end Andrew Trigg's day. Seth Lugo now in the game for the Mets, his first postseason appearance, and he's had a pretty good regular season. As here's Jake Lamb. That ball is higher than J.R. Smith during Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Deep into center. Caught up a warning track by Keon Broxton. Run does not score. And this one will stay 4-0. As there's Jonathan Lucroy. He's going to strike out of a high heat from Toussaint. Only his second strikeout of the day, but he's been dominant in this one as he gets Todd Frazier. Frazier still without a base hit in the postseason. And then McMahon strikes out as well. So Toussaint gets the fifth inning hat trick. Diamondbacks 4 innings away from tying the series up. As Marcus Semien goes down on a low curveball. It's been a rough postseason for Semien, as it has been for many Arizona hitters. And then here's David Peralta trying to go deep a third time. That one is awfully close, but Broxton makes a nice play. The former Milwaukee Brewer will catch it as Peralta almost got the hat trick for home runs today. That would be something. And then Wellington Castillo would fly out to right. Brandon Nimmo, he didn't need to die for that one. A little bit unnecessary, but I guess that'll make him look cool on SportsCenter as Nick Williams strikes out looking again. He does not like it. So let's now go to the bottom of the seventh, and the shutout is over. Long bomb for the Mets. The apple will appear. That's the big apple. And Brandon Nimmo will make this a 3-point deficit. As here's Jonathan Lucroy now going to get the single. And the Mets are trying to start themselves a little 2-out rally. Will they be able to do it? As that would bring up Todd Frazier, and he is still hitless for this postseason. Moustakas gets the force out at second. Inning number 7 is adjourned. And then on to the 8th. Toussaint still in the game as he strikes Ryan McMahon out. Then there's Marcus Semien. He's going down on the fastball. Doesn't like it. So that'll bring up David Peralta. Third time's the charm. As Peralta indeed gets the hat trick. His third home run of the game. Fourth of the postseason. Diamondbacks up 5-1 as they tally another run across. And this game looks like it has been won. As Peralta, have yourself a game, kiddo. Let's go to the bottom of the ninth. Top of the order up for the Mets as Jeff McNeil would ground out to Jake Lamb. And then that ball's deep into right. That'll drop for extra bases. And the right fielder having trouble fielding it. And just like that, the Mets have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. That'll bring up Carlos Correa. And he's going to ground out to Lamb. Nice play at first. Mets down of your final out. But they do have a runner 90 feet from home. That'll bring up Conforto, who lines out to second. Mookie Betts makes the play, and the Diamondbacks go 2-0 on the road. And that means we're going to head to a Game 5. What a game it was for Arizona. 3 home runs from Peralta. Complete game for Touki Toussaint. And Arizona's back in this series. They look dead, down 2-0, but a big 10th inning win during Game 3. And then the first game of the series that does not go extras, Arizona gets the win. So we have 3 Game 5s on the horizon. Obviously, our series, Mets and Diamondbacks. Also got the Nationals and Reds going into a Game 5. And then the Red Sox and Yankees. So those should all be very interesting. Game 5 of this series will be premiering later in the week. Hope you guys are excited. Let me know in the comments below who you think is going to win. And as always, have a good one. Peace.